Okay, so from last time, as far as I remember, we woke up in the tree. We started going uh, closer in. We noticed it was really silent and there was no sound from frogs, birds, anything. Then we came up to like a wall of fog. I used a gust spell to push back some of the fog, but it just kind of dissipated, then crept back in. I went ahead and stepped into that spot, and all of a sudden there's one big croaking, then multiple croakings, and then croaking all over the place, like massive frog apocalypse. And we basically ended there, I think.
Basically. So, um, let's see. Oh, I got this backwards. So, the party, that was pretty good. The party is in the Mirror of Dead Men. You have seen a collection of strange sights, including a mound that Meepo thought was odd, so he requested Levi to shoot at. It turns out, cool, I can do this. It turns out it was some kind of living creature that gave a sound before swimming off. The entire landscape has been shaking roughly every hour or so. It was a bit unsettling during the party's attempted rest, or during their long rest, because whoever was awake would feel like a ever increasing pulse every hour or so while in the tree. And during their walk, the pulses have become so violent, so people are finding it hard to stand up whenever they hit. But right for now, let's see, how do I do this? All right. So there's a new feature called Polygon Reveal. Oh, I did it wrong. I'm sorry. I keep doing it inversed. I'm gonna put you on the map real for soon. So Levi, what you did when you stepped into the fog, it's just like you said. There was a whole myriad of sounds that suddenly. Sorry, I'm definitely feeling much better, but slightly scratchy throat. So I'm crunching on. I am crunching on some cough drops, so we can cut that out if we want. Okay, here we go. Let's see, Katya I think was close. Click was in the back. Meepo middle. Click next middle. Oliver up front. So this is how I basically remember that you guys were walking. Tell me if you guys can see this map.
No, okay, now we can.
So yeah, just we're gonna zoom out.
No, Katya was right
I
behind
see
me,
it.
though.
Right behind Meepo?
No, right behind me. Because remember, I
Oh,
called her forward.
right. She hasn't yet. Is when I like this is the second as soon as you called out to her. She hasn't quite made it up there yet. So what do you guys do? Uh Katya does eventually make it up to you. And you hear the sound of swimming coming towards you.
When you say coming towards us,
They're
what
inside
direction?
the inside the fog. It's hard to tell direction because you cannot. It is almost like looking through a thick blanket. like those the batting that they would put inside quilts that is so thick that you could maybe, if you try hard enough, to see through it, but otherwise, basically it is a wall in front of you.
And that's where the sound is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am going to Misty Step behind everybody.
That makes sense. You still hear that sound. It's getting louder, and it sounds like there's multiple sources of it approaching quickly.
Well, Cat's up there, so
So hopefully they'll be full on her and won't eat you, right?
well that's why I Misty stepped back.
Okay. So you hear the movement through the water suddenly stop.
Does Cat see anything?
No one can see anything through this fog wall.
No shadows, nothing.
No. It is basically like looking through. It is you could step through this fog wall, but it is so oddly dense that looking beyond it is not possible without stepping in it. Levi, everyone except Oliver recalls a actual fight that you guys had within fog several weeks ago at a tournament. It's like if people could move around within the fog with no idea where others were, except for when they were right next to each other. Basically, you've got 5 feet of movement in it, or not 5 feet of perception.
Okay. Now if I remember correctly, we're like ankle or knee deep in the water.
You are currently walking on top of the water thanks to Click spell.
Oh, okay.
You should probably GTFO out of the way from the water.
Can I hear anything?
Suggest to everyone.
Perception check, Click.
And while he's doing that, just know that I'm sitting back ready to blast away.
That's a 13.
Okay, 13. What you heard at first was a familiar sound of a creature that would at least be half submerged in water approaching. And then you can't hear that movement anymore, but you also didn't hear any kind of movement of retreat either.
Okay.
I wonder if they can't go past the fog.
That is definitely a possibility.
Wait, am I smart enough to think about that?
Hope this isn't a Stephen King book.
Oh, the Mist. I love that book.
Yeah. I didn't read the book, but the movie.
Who is this King Stephen that you mentioned?
King of the land of Maine.
I don't think I have been there.
The main.
Best you don't visit. Best you don't visit.
Any reason why?
It's not pleasant.
I see.
Okay. Probably stay away from the fog. Is there any other way around? Try to go around it?
Looking to your immediate left and right, it seems that the fog wall, in a smaller radius than the overcast sky, seems to run along it as far as you can tell.
Anyone have a gust spell?
We already used it. Didn't work.
No, not the cantrip. The full powered gust.
Oh.
Full.
I'm
Well,
afraid I
that
don't.
literally actually states it can blow away. Any sunshine? Burn it away with sunlight? Any fog lights?
I
Well-
don't think I have that spell.
Can click fly over it?
I don't
Sure,
think I
either.
have any pitch. Otherwise, I could maybe do a flaming arrow.
Don't know if that would do much.
We could see how long it takes for the flame to go. You know, how long we can see the flame if I shoot in there.
I could try. Only thing I can think we could do is either have click try and fly over it. Or we go through it. Maybe click can see something from up there that we can't.
I can definitely give it a shot, see what happens.
Sure.
All right. I take flight above the fog and I see what I can see.
All right, how high do you try to go?
Let's just say like we'll start off with 30 feet.
Okay. So when you first attempt to go up 30 feet, you're surprised at is that the fog does seem to drift a bit higher than that. And with your better view, you can see that this fog is almost has like a hard edge to it, like the overcast sky above. If you were to go a bit higher, then you could see that the fog does indeed have a top to it. Can you make a perception check for me?
Yes. That is a 22.
All right. So peering as hard as you can. Looking around with your goggles of night, you know, they give you that little bit of extra like shade or a little bit of that extra light draw in all this overcast that you can see the vague shape of buildings several hundred yards deep into the fog.
Okay. So I'm sorry, you said that I can't see into the fog?
You can't see through the fog, but you can see that several hundred yards ahead of you, there seems to be like the outlines of shapes, like at least, or of buildings, or at least the tops of them sticking out of the fog. They
And I'm
look,
not. Go ahead.
and they don't look, judging by from where you are now, you can see that there's a tower that has like a ruined parapet and machicolations on it.
Yeah.
You would assume that these are abandoned buildings.
Gotcha. I tell the group down below that I'm seeing buildings up ahead.
You don't see any way around the fog from your vantage point, do you?
Do I, Logan?
Looking off to your left and right, that hard edge of the fog in a smaller radius seems to follow the overcast sky.
Okay. I report that down there as well.
Follow the overcast sky. So, as far as you can see,
As far as you can see from
as he can see.
as he can see, the circle of the overcast sky with the storm cloud has a matching but smaller fog cloud underneath of it.
Anyone able to get rid of the cloud? Blow it away? You go see if there's anything weird in that cloud? Fly to it?
Yeah, I'll fly to it.
Where are you flying?
The cloud you said that.
All right. So wait, are you flying up or are you flying towards the buildings?
Both.
What? One's up, one's
Confused.
down. What?
No, one is ahead of you, the other is straight up.
Gotcha. Let me go straight up a bit.
All right. It's going to take you a while to climb up to reach the overcast sky. It's not like that's not like that's hard for you. It's with your fly speed of 50. By the time you get up there, what are you trying to look around for when you get up all the way up there?
I guess just anything of interest. I don't know if I really have anything specific. I'm just trying to see what stands out to me.
With your better vantage point, you can see other ruins scattered throughout the fog bank. You know, give me something to work for because besides seeing that there are more buildings within the fog, I'm not sure what else I can tell you because I don't know what you're looking for.
Well,
Is there anything weird about the cloud that's causing the mist?
You've seen fog before. It's like, and you have the unique advantage of being able to fly over fog bank clouds. It's like in some cases there would be light spots and thick spots in a natural location like that. This one seems very consistent in thickness, like almost as if this wasn't made by this moisture coming off of a lake on a cold morning.
okay. So it seems unnatural.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay then. You said that I see the bits of buildings, but I don't see anything moving through the fog.
No, it's like on the you can see like the tops of ruins throughout the fog from where you're at.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me see here. I'm gonna fly over to the ruins. See if I notice anything as I'm going there.
Okay. How close do you get to the ruins?
How far away are they?
The one that's closest to you is a few hundred yards. You basically pass beyond the shelf where your friends can see you.
Okay. Let me just go 50 yards to start off.
Besides not much can change about what you can see except for you just get a more defined outline of these ruins. Make another perception check.
Got it. That is a 21.
You see in the ruin closest to you a consistent flickering light coming from one of the middle floors. It's there's the very top of the building, which is it's got that crumbling parapet and that I told you about, but it seems like a floor down, cloaked in the fog, but with the light coming from whatever source is in this building, you can see more defined shape.
Okay. So I see a shape, but I can't tell much more from that shape.
So let me draw it out.
Sure.
Let's see. Let's close it. So this is the fog, right? Let's imagine this is the fog.
Okay.
You can see before when you flew up, you could see this crumbly tower. Right?
Okay.
As you get closer, you can see more of the walls and a couple of windows.
Mm-hmm.
And inside the windows, you see some kind of flickering light.
Inside all three? Okay.
Yeah,
But I don't see anything else other than that flickering light.
that is when you get closer. That is when you see the flickering light.
Gotcha. Okay. I turn back and I relay this information to my party. Actually, real quick, this might be a bit of a stretch, but can I tell if this is light from a fire or from a magical source?
It looks like it's coming from. It's about as bright as a torch,
Okay.
and it is kind of flickery, like you would be familiar with on a torch.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I go back and I relay this information to my party. So, guys, there's a building with windows and I see light. So, very well, something or someone could be occupying it.
You didn't see anything else outside surrounding it? Swimming?
Lots of ruins, but I can't see much. I can only see what's peeked through the fog.
Yeah, but well, we go in there. It's probably not going to be very fun.
Yeah. And there's also that weird cloud straight above us, but I didn't take a better look at it. I just kind of left that one alone.
I mean, you've been looking at the cloud above for a while now, and like
Okay.
it's a storm cloud.
Gotcha.
Cut straight, it's an overcast storm cloud. And
Okay.
it's just as weird as this fog bank because it has not dissipated this whole time that you've been here, and its shape has been extremely static for a storm cloud.
I would look to try to find a way around. Just because there's probably something very unpleasant in that water.
Katya asks Levi and Oliver, what do you guys think?
I'm just ready to blast anything that comes out of that fog.
Well, I started laughing.
Unless it's a dragon.
If it's a dragon, I'm gone.
Spooky fog dragon.
Thank you for letting us know that we can always count on you except in one situation, Levi.
Not a problem.
What very specific situation?
Of course, I don't think dragons like fog and stuff like this.
Well,
So Meepo, do you want to make a history check or an intelligence check?
sure.
Levi would remember that they found a black dragon in a swamp.
Have you heard of this place called
was dead.
Shadowfell? My PC's being very slow.
I've never really been in a swamp before, so
When you helped out Howard's village.
Why did it not roll?
I don't know.
There we go. Natural one, so no.
Yeah, Meepo just decides to not correct Levi.
So I will not tell you about the Shadowfell dragons.
Katya says, well, walking through it or around it both sound like options. I'm going to abstain from this one.
Coward.
maybe we should just go back to Waterdeep.
Would we even know how?
Walking.
Yeah, we got to walk out and then we take the road.
Do we even know the way? We got here by teleporting.
Yeah, we teleported to right outside the marsh.
Yeah, it was right on the road, so we just take the road back to Waterdeep and then keep going south past Waterdeep. And, as long as we keep going away, we're good.
I mean, that's what you want to do. Let Push get away with attempted murder and stealing the giant gem.
There's always giant gems other places.
Giant Mythalar.
Yeah, not like this one, Levi.
Just with the souls of thousands of people trapped inside of it. Sure, they'll have a nice existence.
It's not like they're paying us to get them.
But I think the Mythalar itself would probably be more than enough to pay for it. Pretty sure that would be more than enough.
You recall the White Spire was willing to let you have all the money you found if you brought back the Mythalar. When you guys went to go retrieve it in the desert.
That Mythalar is probably worth more than all the money.
All the money.
That Mythalar is probably worth as much as the White Spire itself.
Well, if the druids can't get it, what makes you think that we can?
Don't know if they can't get it.
Well, they're not here trying to help us.
They were dealing
Reminder-
with another crisis, weren't they?
Yep. For something is wrong with the
It's a
tree.
Oh, they are occupied. Occupado. All right. So I'd still vote for trying to find a way around this thing.
Any opposed?
Nay.
Nope.
Let's find a way around.
I feel like if we find a way around, we're just eating up time.
I mean,
So what do we do, Click?
So you think we should go through it?
Well, straight path is the more like direct.
also one more like to kill us, but
I need everyone to make a deck save.
oh Lord.
Do we get a bonus?
Deck save.
Yes, from Katya, yes.
That's a +4.
Mm-hmm.
19 for Oliver.
With Katya's bonus, that's a 27.
Okay.
32.
32.
Nat 20 for a 27.
Nice. What is Katya's bonus?
Do not know. Somewhere in the chat.
I keep replying to Laura so that way it's fresh.
I am just scrolling.
She has +0
Nice.
with a +4 dex. So someone roll for her.
Not me, because my rolls suck.
7.
Okay. I don't suck that hard.
All right. What'd you get again, Oliver?
With the what did I say? With the +4, it's 19.
Oliver and Katya. During this conversation, the ground shakes violently once again. You two are unprepared and fall into the muck.
Ew.
It's like it's fairly easy to stand up because you're still under the effects of the water walk spell, but your clothes are dirty, kind of stinky.
Just going to cause any kind of disadvantage or penalty?
No, it's just the ground shook rather violently, and you guys
Lost
fell
our
down
footing.
from. Yes.
All right, that's it. I gotta find out what's going on here. Curiosity is gonna kill some other cat, not me.
Sorry, saying you want to go straight through or what?
Yep.
What?
All right, that's 2.
All right, no opposed.
Well, I said go around, so I'm opposed.
All right, that's one opposed. I think Levi said oppose.
That don't matter to me. I'm going with the party.
All right, so that's 2-1. Let's go, says Katya.
All right, Before we go, Cat's the only one of us that uses a melee weapon, right?
Katya does use a melee weapon.
She's
She's the only one of us. Okay. I'm gonna take Katya's sword. I'm gonna touch it, and I'm gonna cast Holy Weapon on it.
I use a melee weapon too, but I use a rapier.
So, and for an hour, as long as I maintain concentration, her weapon will emit a bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30. And all of her attacks deal an extra 2d8 radiant damage.
Yeah, it's probably better you give it to her than me.
Yeah, she does have multi-attack. Katya, like, pulls out her sword and it's glow. Does it glow, or is it just?
Yeah, it glows. Bright light for 30 feet, dim light for an additional 30.
Whoa. Click, this is. I mean, like, not to diminish anything else you've done, but this is some of the coolest thing you've ever done.
Thank you. I call it lightsaber.
So this ain't really a saber. That's like, it's more of a hand and a half sword, light half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that just doesn't roll off the tongue.
Light hander.
Sure, we'll go light hander.
No, that feels like it should come out of my hands. I'll think on it.
All right, you do that.
Okay, so who's the first to step into the fog?
Cat.
I was gonna say, I imagine Cat will, seeing how she's holding our light source.
Well,
All right.
not everybody needs light.
I think Oliver's the only one that needs light technically right now.
Yeah, I'm the human.
Yep, the human without night vision goggles that Click has. Oh, I should have made the night vision sound. The ting. All right. As Katya steps into the fog, so almost immediately as she steps in, and this time there's no delay in between the frogs beginning to croak and the sound of water beginning to thrash around violently. I need you all to roll initiative as Katya is attacked by some creature.
Okay.
Everybody roll me initiative.
Dirty 20.
Meepo's got a higher deck, so Meepo will go first.
Can I see this creature?
You cannot see the creature.
I cannot move my token.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
Why is everybody getting dirty 20s?
I didn't.
20.
I mean, like, we got 3 dirty 20s out of 4.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go throw my trash away real quick.
All right. Oliver, what's your dex?
My dex is 20.
Oh, did I give you a character yet? Shoot. I don't know if I made him a character yet. This is controlled by Oliver. There we go. Click. And okay. All right. Sorry, one more time. What's your dex, Oliver?
20.
20. All right, you and Meepo have a roll off.
All right.
Okay.
What kind?
Just roll a d20 flat.
Alright.
17.
12.
Okay. It'll be Meepo, Oliver, Click. What did Levi get?
10.
10. Can someone roll for Katya?
What is her modifier?
0.
9.
Oh, great. Okay. The creatures are going to go first. You hear thrashing in the water as Katya is attacked. A 19 does not hit her AC. You hear the clanging of something bashing off her shield. But a natural 20 does hit. All right, you gotta track damage for this, please.
I don't, how much health does she have?
Oh, pull up her sheet.
Don't have the sheet.
Here, go
Somewhere in
up.
the message.
It is in the message. Okay, go up to the last comment that I had, where I replied to Laura. It's like, who wants to cover Katya tonight?
Yeah, okay, that jumps to it, I think. Okay.
And then I'm gonna need you to mark 18 points of piercing damage. As you hear the crunching of metal and Katya cries out in pain.
Okay. I can't save or edit her sheet, but I'll track in my calculator.
Okay. And you hear even more thrashing in the water as Meepo, it comes around to your turn. You cannot see these creatures as they have not left the fog.
Can I not see it when it was close to her? Because she has a big bright ass sword.
You can see the shadows of these large creatures, roughly Katya's size, that seem to leap up from the ground and try to bite onto her with the massive jaws. The one that was able to grab onto her seems to be thrashing around, trying to throw her off balance and bring her to the ground.
Okay, I will move closer to her and attack the one that's on her.
Okay, so because of this dense fog, you have disadvantage on the attack. It neutralizes out because Katya is there.
How about the engage? But I also have what's the fucking cobalt thing?
Pack tactics. That's what I was using.
Okay. The disadvantage is from what?
The disadvantage is from fighting in the fog. It's like it is acting. It is acting like concealment.
Wow. Okay. Sucks, but okay. 21.
You managed to hit the creature.
$12 damage.
You land true, but there seems to be no reaction from the creature as you plunge your rapier into it.
Bonus action disengage. That will be it.
Okay.
But you guys, I ain't got shit for this.
Oliver, it is now your turn. Katya,
Stabby does not seem to work.
with the intense light coming off of Katya's sword, you can see the shapes that I've described to Meepo, but not much else.
Okay. So I'm launching. Oh, dear Lord. All right. So firing an arrow at the shadow I can see, I rolled 17.
At disadvantage?
How do I apply disadvantage?
You roll twice, take the lower.
Okay. That's then 17.
Okay. There's technically 3 shadows. Did you like to hit the one of the ones on the side or the one that's grabbing Katya?
The one that's grabbing her.
Okay, make a shot.
I did. I rolled 17.
No. Make your damage. I mean,
Oh, sorry. I didn't know I hit.
yeah, you hit with a 17. Not
Okay.
bad.
14.
14. Again, you hit. You strike true. You're certain, but there's no sound from this creature.
Actually, do I get 2 attacks?
You do.
Okay.
You might
I'm
even
gonna
get
put another one
3
into
if you're a fighter.
I am a fighter. Not sure if I have my 3rd attack though.
Well, what level are you? 11?
Yes.
Then yes, you do.
Okay. I'm still at disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay. So I hit a shot at 28.
Yes, a 28 does hit.
And that will do 13 damage.
The second arrow follows right behind the third, right behind the first. You see the creature. You can see based on the shadow that something flies off of the creature. A sizable chunk. I'm going to roll something real quick here. But the creature holds on to Katya.
All right. I'm going to go for the 3rd attack. So 15 or... Oh, geez. Natural 1.
A natural 1 goes wide.
I was distracted by the fleshy thing flying away.
Click, it is now your turn.
Okay. Can you may have said this, I may have missed it. How big are these things that we're seeing?
Roughly
I know you said big enough that they have Katya.
medium sized.
Okay. And you said, and one of them still has Katya, right?
Yes, one of them has bitten Katya and is holding on. You saw Oliver send several arrows into it, but whatever it is not reacting to his attacks. In fact, you're certain a sizable chunk fell away.
Is there about 10 feet between the one that is
You're cutting out.
Can you
hear
me?
Yeah, you're cutting out. Is there 10 feet and then it was all garbled?
You refresh. You sounded fine. It's probably just a hiccup.
Hello.
Hiccup.
Hello.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there 10 feet between the one that has Katya and any of the ones next to it?
Is there 10 feet or more between the one that's biting Katya and the other ones? No, they're all on top of Katya in the dark based on these shadows.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
okay?
I can hear you.
Okay, your
For me, he keeps going in and out. Do I need to
Yeah.
refresh?
Yeah.
Same.
No, he keeps going in and out.
Is it me or is it Logan?
No,
you.
You. Fine right now.
Yeah. So what is your plan since they're all grouped up?
Chris. Hello.
Yes. I'm gonna try to refresh. There we go.
He's
All right, I'm gonna refresh.
Is Chris there?
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. There?
Yeah.
We'll see how long this lasts. So I
And you immediately
want to
start cleaning up.
cast Flame Strike, but I want to try and position it in a way that I can strike multiple of them
Okay.
and not hit Katia.
Okay. You can barely see where
It's a
Katia
10-foot
is.
circle area of effect, 40 foot column.
Is it where you can see?
What's that?
Is it a location
What do you mean?
can see? I'm trying to determine if you can
Uh,
see into the flame.
It just says a vertical column of divine fire roars down from the heavens on a location I specify.
Okay, I'll allow it.
But it doesn't say C, it says specify.
Right.
And whatever creatures you're going to allow me to hit have to roll a deck save.
Okay. That's one. What's your save?
16.
That is a pass. That is a fail. That is a fail. All right, roll
Perfect.
damage.
All right, let's see here. I'm trying to see, and they take half as much on a save, on a success.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let me get my dice. Okay, 6, 12, 17, 18, 19. 19 points of fire damage. Followed by, oh, those were all low rows. Followed by 8 points of radiant damage.
So 27 points of damage. You see this brilliant flash of light and fire within the storm. The shadows that come off of Katia's blade are almost like blotted out just by sheer oversaturation. Her sword is not bright enough to create these shadows anymore in this moment. No reaction from the creatures, but the one that is grabbing Katia crumbles to dust. Now it is Levi's turn, if that is all Click will do.
That is all I can do.
Okay. So the one that was on Katya is no longer on Katya.
Yeah.
And there's 2 in the water.
There's 2 that are right next to her,
Okay.
based on the shadows of her sword.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move to the side so that people are out of my way. And I will go ahead and start with my Tentacles of the Deep, which will be basically right next to Katya.
Okay. You can see where Katia is because she is close enough. And where did I put the tentacles? I gotta have this tentacle thing preloaded. I used to have your owl preloaded, but not anymore.
Poor Strauss.
Yeah. Okay, for now, I don't know. Did I just lose all the new stuff? I may have. This is, oh wait, there it is. Tentacle.
Okay, and that will attack one of those creatures.
All right. So, are you making the attack roll technically? Because I need to know if you're going to roll for disadvantage or not. Does it say it makes an attack, or does it say you make an attack through it?
I'm trying to look at the wording here. You create, you can see, tentacle lasts for unto When you create the tentacle, you can make a melee spell attack against one creature within 10 feet.
Okay, since it's a melee attack, but you can't see the creature, I'm gonna say go ahead and roll a disadvantage.
14.
14 does hit.
Okay. And that will be 13 cold damage.
Okay. So it seemed you see the tentacle wrap around the creature and begin to crush it, but there's no reaction from this creature. And as the tentacle lets go at the end of the turn, you can see like it pulls away chunks of the creature with it. But the creature does not seem bothered.
Okay. Since that is the case, I will. What have we tried against it so far? We know it.
We've
has
tried
the
fire and radiant.
Fire, radiant, and piercing hasn't worked. Cold kind of worked. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and try this, and let's go ahead and try chilled touch to it.
Okay. Chill touch, which is a range attack, make it a disadvantage.
Disadvantage will be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
For let's see, I gotta remember here.
Oop.
Since it's been so long since we've done anything. Okay, I don't have. Trying to remember, I don't have any hex type stuff. Don't have radiant soul. Okay, so that is 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage with a chill touch. You see that skeletal hand move forward and grasp the creature.
And that is necrotic damage.
Yes. It grasps the creature by the head and pushes it down into the soil. The creature does not move anymore. Okay. Is that all Levi can do?
And that would be all Levi can do.
Katya, with her glowing sword, will attack the creature next to her. What's her bonuses?
For attack roll?
Yeah.
Gotta find the sheet again. It was in a different tab. For her dagger, longsword of life stealing rapier.
She's going to use her long sword of life stealing.
+7.
+7. She hits the creature. Now, Chris, how many dice does she need to roll for this sword now?
Let's see here. Let me get to that spell. That was, there it is. Holy Weapon. Deals an extra 2d8 radiant damage. So all of its normal damage plus 2d8 radiant.
So she's going to be rolling a 1d8 for the sword.
+3 plus 2d8.
Plus 3d8 because she's a paladin who has improved divine smite, I think. So 17 damage, right?
1d8 plus 3 plus 2d8 for his thing plus 1d8 for the you said the improved something.
Cool. Katya,
Oh, actually, it says plus 10 necrotic too. Actually.
that's when you crit.
Oh, didn't say that. Okay.
Yeah. She's kind of got a slightly homebrew weapon. It was a sword of life stealing, and that was cursed to have a spirit of vengeance.
Nice.
So, yes, that was why she went postal on you guys in the tomb, is because she finally failed her curse save.
And in all due respect, she went postal on everybody.
But click.
Exactly.
You're right. Katya swings down with her divine glowing weapon and lops this creature's head clean off. The creature does not move anymore.
Does she absorb anything from it because it's a sort of life stealing?
The sword of life stealing activates on a natural 20.
Only? Damn.
Yeah. It's like if you guys were paying attention, when you guys attacked that purple worm in the middle of the desert,
Mm-hmm.
it's like not. There was a scene where I said she cuts at it, and the blood that arcs off of it does not hit the sand as it seems to be pulled into the blade.
Cool.
Yeah.
That
It's,
reminds me, Doom Part 2 is coming soon.
yeah.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
Opening night.
I don't know about opening night, but yeah.
Got to make sure you get that collector's bucket.
I don't know. Anyway, Katya, I'll pilot her for a minute. Bends down and pulls the body out. You all look at this, and it's a crocodile, but it seems strange somehow.
Strange somehow. Somehow.
Is it an undead crocodile?
Investigation or nature?
Let's see. We'll go with investigation. 9.
So this is definitely a crocodile, not an alligator. Those get confused.
Oh boy. Was that really the.
With a 9, yeah.
Hey
Wow.
guys.
Clearly pushes glasses up on nose.
I did fall in the water, so my eyes are a little,
Yeah, your eyes are bloodshot from all of the bad water you got in them. Does anyone else want to take a look?
I doubt I would recognize it, or at least the parts of it.
Well, we can confirm that everyone in this group has at least seen a healthy crocodile at some point.
Okay.
Have I?
When you guys went into the marsh of Kelamimber.
And we've took care of all the other ones, right?
Yes, it appears that Katya, after she pulled the
is not currently getting mauled to death.
yes. She seems to be bleeding a little bit.
I will go ahead. I mean, she's not super hurt, is she?
No, she just took that one solid bite.
All right. I mean, she'll be fine. I'll save my spells until we may need them later. Spell management.
Oh, sorry, big God. A minute.
Okay.
All right. Who's taking a look? Sorry.
I mean, I can. I don't know if I'd be any good at it.
I mean, it's an investigation, right?
I'm not great at investigating.
Neither am I.
Investigation or nature?
Yeah,
Natural 1.
Meepo, you're sure this is an alligator, and you get into an argument with Oliver about it.
It's not crocodile, stupid. It's alligator, clearly.
Eric, just put the dice down and step away.
You could take the chat roller, not me. Blame roll 20.
Here, Catty will take a shot with a natural 20. I'm not
See?
kidding.
All balances out. Law of averages.
Ow! I hit my head.
Nice.
Yeah, it hurts. Right on the corner of a dresser.
Ooh.
Yeah. Catchy says, "No, look at this. It's like the coloring's all wrong." And she lifts up the folds of the skin where she sliced it. It's like this thing is look at these muscles. They're as red as they should be. It's like, in fact, like she rubs her hand on it and she pulls off this yellow sticky residue. That's not right at all. It's like, isn't this? She shows her hand to all of you. Isn't this like the same color of those spores that we found in the tree? I think they are.
it?
Oh boy.
Well, this is not good, but at least we know it's all connected.
Oh yeah, that's comforting. It's like at least we
Is
don't
that
have to.
good or bad? Is that a
Well-
good or bad thing?
Like, oh shit. And I mean, I got a front row seat to see you guys blasting away. They didn't seem to really care about getting hurt. It's like she looks around for the head. And when she brings it out, you notice that normally, like the black eyes that you see crocodiles normally have from your past experience, this one is milky white with like a yellow ooze dripping down both sides, almost like cloudy tears. Like,
Huh. Don't know what to make of that. But it's not natural.
no, it's not natural, Meepo. It's like, I think I'm leaning heavily on this natural 20 here. It's like, I just remember there was this one time that we had a cow that went blind in one eye and its eyes got all foggy like that. It's like, they seem to know exactly where I was. They didn't hesitate on attacking me at all.
Possessed?
Possessed. I don't think they need their eyes anymore. Which makes me extra concerned about that fog.
The undead.
But we've never seen undead like this.
Well, you still want to go through the fog?
Do you want me to answer that honestly?
Yes, says Katya.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we have any way to
Where
clear
else would we go? I guess that would be my question.
Around.
it? I don't know if there isn't around.
In the ruins that have the light.
Go around the cloud.
And the ruins that have the light are straight ahead.
How far?
Yeah, but do we really need those?
Logan, how far would they have been?
About 100 yards.
So about 100 yards.
That's pretty far in the fog, though. We don't know what else is in there.
I mean, yeah.
No, I'm not saying we don't go into the fog. I just want a better plan than I go first.
I mean, it worked out last time.
Like,
If only I was a wizard.
why? We know a wizard. Why?
Wizards, I hear, have powerful spells, including summoning servants that could potentially go ahead to help alert us of any traps or any other creatures. Help us to be a little more on guard.
Oh, you mean like a familiar?
Yeah, that thingy.
There's an awkward silence.
What?
Make an insight check.
Okay. Insight. Oh, I'm really good at this. That's a 19. Rolled a natural 11.
You see Katya's ever so brief eyes flick in the direction of Levi.
Oh. My bad. I thought it was a real bird for a moment. I forgot that it was a familiar.
I mean, Katya does not say a word. It's like after she says a familiar, she just kind of like a real quick look at Levi, but says nothing.
How is Levi reacting?
What was that? I missed that part with familiar.
Katya wants to have a better plan than send Katya first.
Oh.
And then Click said we should
Got it.
we can send an unseen servant or a familiar.
He breaks down crying.
Oh, Levi.
Levi, don't cry. I'll tell you what. I will lend you my familiar.
No. I am not deserving.
Sacrifice your cat. See, I'll just lend you my pet cat.
You are totally deserving of this. In fact, my familiar has said many times that he prefers you. And I cast spiritual weapon.
Oh, okay. What form does the spiritual weapon take?
The spiritual weapon takes the form of a jaguar. It can work, right? Claws, talons.
I'll allow it. It's
otherwise,
flavor. It's flavor.
Otherwise, I can make it like a rope and try and pass it off as a snake. Or
No,
a whip.
I'll allow it.
There you go. Make it a whip. Yeah. And then I have the spiritual weapon just kind of like gently nudge him. See, my familiar likes you best.
Levi just kind of walks away, sullen.
Spiritual weapon follows him.
And
Well-
then he just sits there on a, if he can find a dry piece of land.
There's not a single piece of land where you could stand on the land, no problem, but if you put your butt down, it's gonna like just soak up the ground's
Is
moisture.
there a fallen tree?
Sure.
Okay, he'll sit on a fallen log.
Okay. It is not comfortable, but it is a place to sit.
He's sulky. He doesn't need comfort.
Well, shoot. Now we gotta deal with that. Is there any way to fly over this fog? I mean, Click can do it. Can anyone cast fly on the rest of us? Maybe there's a carrying thing we can do.
I mean, I can carry probably Meepo. I don't know if I'm strong enough to carry all of you and fly still.
Well, definitely not all at once, says Katya.
I mean, Logan, we haven't really discussed it. Could I? I don't think.
You could do it one at a time. You might have to do some exhaustion rolls with our heavier people.
All right.
Because you have carried Katya out of a mine shaft before.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we'll have to be smart about how we do this. Who could probably survive best on their own?
Well, I can fly for a short period of time.
Could you fly like really quickly 100 yards?
Oh,
Probably even less, seeing how we moved forward since that.
I think so.
Okay, so that just leaves Meepo.
I can
Oliver
fly for 1 minute
Yeah, you can cover 100 yards in a minute.
with 30 feet per second.
So
Yeah, you can do that easy.
So 10 rounds, 300 feet, easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
that's
you
not a problem.
dash,
But that gets
that
rid of my radiant soul.
yeah.
Well, maybe you could also pick up somebody as well.
I doubt that.
Well, I
Okay.
could probably I could probably survive the longest on my own. I know how to, as they say, I know how to go unseen.
Well, what we can do is Levi can go on his own, and then I can take Oliver, and that way it's the two of you. Cat will stay with Meepo. I'll come back for Meepo, and then I'll come back and grab Cat last.
That makes sense, says Katya. Or maybe I should go first so that way you're not tired.
I mean, either way, I would just prefer to have like two people there first, and then like whoever can handle their own kind of staying in the back
Okay.
until I can get them.
Does anyone have a say nay to his order?
I had no issue with it.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Levi, are you okay with the using your soul for that?
I mean, I guess if that gets us over there.
Definitely gets you to the ruins.
Then I will follow. I will go over with the first batch with Click and catch you if that's what's happening.
Okay. So I think Click was going to take Oliver first.
Yep.
And so it'd be Levi and Oliver.
Okay, I'll go
At
with
the
Oliver.
woods.
Yeah.
Okay, then Click is going to fly back. All right, so flying over the fog cloud, as you all can see now, as described to Click, the wall is oddly consistent and sheer, and once you get above it, you can see how it stretches in a similar manner from. It stretches in a similar manner from the storm cloud above you. Struggling to keep up, Levi, because Click is such a natural flyer, whereas you can bring out your wings every now and then. You're able to keep up with him as he approaches the tower that you guys have seen before. Pointing out the one with the glowing lights. Are you headed to that one, or are you headed to a different one? That one's the closest.
I imagine we would head to that one.
Okay. I need all three of you to make a not a dex save, a wisdom save for me.
Oh dear.
15.
Ooh, natural 20.
Nice. What is that, the total?
16.
And a 16.
Do we get Katya's buff with that?
Nope, you left her behind.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So I heard a 16, a natural 20 for a total of.
That's it, 20. There was no bonus.
Okay. And then Levi got a what?
I got a 16.
Sorry, I need Levi.
15.
15. Okay. As you're approaching this tower, Click and Levi, you get this sudden urge to. You're approaching the tower, which is what you want anyway. But as you get closer, you get this sudden urge to land with Oliver and then investigate the light. As you land on top of this crumbling tower, you can see that there's this rotted, this dilapidated stone stairwell that descends lower into the tower. You can see, even with this overcast light, there's enough light in this gray day that you can see further down into it with your goggles of night vision and your natural witch's eyes. Or warlock eyes, whatever. And since it is 10 o'clock, we are going to call it there. As Oliver, you see your two companions. You were filled in on the plan with Click, so it's a bit confusing because you see him and Levi begin to walk down the stone steps.
Oh, so we did land.
You did land.
Okay. I thought we were like flying towards. All right, so we land and then they start to walk away towards the down the stairs or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.